Been a lovely day, hasn't it, Jason? You've had a lovely day? Yep, he's had a lovely day. He's just been stopping there, staring, looking very fit indeed. I mean, oh, you know, why wouldn't you? I mean, even if he does smell fishy, I can live with that. Speedy bike people. Obviously, that is a sculpture of me when I'm asleep in bed and I don't have a bra on. Or maybe it's more actually just to keep the boat in it. But it's also a representation of me as well.
I'm going to say this one, but if you guys don't know what these are, I'm going to switch. I don't like Crocs, the shoes.
Oh, we know what Crocs are, yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Go on. They're my one that I would go.
Plastic shoes with holes in, like, what is the point? Them.
Yes, yes. They're just so ugly and they're so fat at the toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay. Crocs, gone.
But, like, I know lots of people find them comfortable or whatever. Like, not for me. I do find them weird. I think they're just kind of plastic and holes. It's like when we used to have jelly shoes. Did you have them when you were young?
Yeah, we had jellies.
Jelly bean shoes, and we had jelly bean bags. And I used to think, well, you can't put anything in it because it would fall out anyway. You know what I mean? It was weird.
Oh, I can't stand them, and especially on adults. I just think they're so ugly.
Yeah.
But they've been around a long time, haven't they? Like,
yeah, and then
people seem to love them.
They bring out new ones, don't they? And then you're like, why?
Yeah.
And the thing is they look like they'll never like break in a million years. So like it's like you would think they wouldn't need any more.
No.
I guess they were designed for comfort and whatever. And fine, I suppose if you're just in your garden or like, you know, doing your gardening and whatnot, yeah, fine. But then to go out in them, nah, it's not right.
No.
And then you shouldn't wear socks with them, should you? Because that would look weirder. But people do.
I think people do wear. Yeah, people do wear them with or without socks. I think they almost treat them like a slipper, don't they?
Yeah, yeah, true. Like for comfort. Outdoor slippers. How can you have outdoor slippers though?
Outdoor slippers.
Outdoor slippers.
Well, we wear thongs a lot here in Australia. I don't know if you wear thongs, but if I was going to go out quickly outside, I could just throw a pair of thongs on.
Yeah, but you see, thongs here means something different. So
okay, flip flops. Do you call them flip flops?
Yeah, we call them flip flops. A thong is a pair of knickers that go up your bum like a G-string.
Yes, yes. Well, we can refer to it as that as well, but we mainly call our flip flops called thongs here in Australia.
I mean, I just call them cheese graters because that's what they are, thongs. I can't understand. I don't get it. Shall saying butt floss? Yeah.
Oh, I quite like that. I quite like both kinds of thongs.
Crocs have got it. It's Crocs that's gone.
Crocs. Gone.
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 All right. This category was drinks.
Yes. So the first one is like, it sounds stupid, but water. Yeah. Now I'm not like water's very important. Everyone's got to drink water. It's vital. We need it to survive.
Yeah.
I just personally don't like drinking just a glass of water. Like I always have like a glass of juice, but quite diluted. I personally just like a little flavour, and I can drink a whole pint of like diluted juice quickly. If that makes sense. Just easily, just to hydrate myself. But if it's just water, for whatever reason, you know, if there's nothing else to drink, I will drink it. But I personally would just choose to have, and I'm not talking like fizzy. I'm not gonna have a bottle of Coca-Cola or anything like that. Like I don't really drink much fizzy stuff, but just I'll drink a lot of squash, you know, and not strong. If you have really strong, it's gonna have a lot of sugars in, that sort of thing. but so in my opinion, that's the best of both worlds. So, you know, and I know you can buy fancy bottled water or filter water, all this stuff, you know, and on a nice hot day, it is refreshing, you know, but
you can get flavoured water like strawberry and
yeah, and that is to me that's not included. I'm talking plain Jane water, you know what I mean? Because a flavoured water, you have a flavour, and it's then nice to, you know. But I know you need the water to make the squash. I'm just saying water on its own.
But if you banish water on its own, then therefore there's no water to make the squash.
But only if you have a glass of water. I'm banishing a glass or a bottle of water on its own, not the actual water that's come from a tap, because we're be in shit creek if we do that. So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little controversial, but hey, you know, where would we be if not? You know?
So the first category I gave you was things people wear.
Yeah. Right. So the first one is people that wear their collar up. Like, you know, Dracula.
Dracula, yeah.
It's not for me.
Like, does that include vampires, or like are they excluded?
No, vampires are okay. I think it's just other people that
vampires. If it's part of your job description,
yeah, fine.
You're allowed.
Yeah. Harry Hill. Yeah, basically.
Why didn't I think of him and not the Thongs, who's like from like way beyond your time?
But yeah, no. Who was it? My dad come to Costa the other day, and his was up, but he just rode his bike, so it was understandable. But I was a bit like, what? Just put it down. Just put it down, please. Just put it down. Yes, Lex. Vampires can stay,
but other colour poppers can't. Yes, that is correct. All right, and as we said, I don't really like. It's not cool. You're not in Greece. It's not 1975 or whatever. You know, you're not Danny from Greece.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, unless you're a vampire, Dracula, or whatever, where it's a necessary part of your job description, then yeah, I agree with you. It's not necessary. I also think that when they've got when they do that, they've got like 2 buttons open and spiky hair for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But
yeah, but like
just,
not normal spiky hair, like actual.
Yeah, it's all over. Yeah, and like what they're called, the pin. What's that thing? Hellraiser, is it? With all the pins. Yeah. Strange. Random mix.
Yeah. Next one is car salesman. Again, I'm sure this is one that you really you know, can vibe with on this lady. I'm sure you can. Basically, I just don't like car salesmen. Very smarmy. Will say anything to try and get you to buy it. I have to make really awkward conversations, and they try showing off as well. I just no, like, take your shiny suit and go home. I'm like, here. I just want to buy the car.
This is the sun visor, and it turns down and goes up.
Exactly. And then also, well, the reason it bothers me so much is my car broke in January, so I had to go buy a new car. And the guy, they make it seem like they're good people. They make it seem like they're doing you a really big favor, because I part exchanged my old car in, and he was like, "Oh, so like, how much would you want for it?" And I gave him a figure, and he was like, "Oh, well, let me go speak to the manager." And he's like, "Oh, the manager says this." And he was like, "But what would you take?" So I said, "Oh, that's like, do you know what? I'm going to do you a massive favor. I'm going to give you that much money for it." And I was like, "No, you're not doing me a favor. You could definitely have given me what I wanted for it in the first place, but you're just not, because just really, really, really hate them. I just don't. I've never met a nice one. Never met a nice one."
Car salesman. Even though I've never had a car, right? I totally understand it, because it's like you feel like it's like they're like a con artist. Do you know what I mean? It's like you know, they want to make out that theirs is better, and that they're doing you the best deal ever when it's you, them who need you, they need you, your custom kind of thing. But they're trying to make out like it's you that needs them and that they're doing all these things for you. When it's bollocks, you know what I mean? 90% of the time. And it's like, oh, it's got electric windows. You just press the button and you just, you can stop from blinding you. And you just put it down. And you've even got a seatbelt to stop you from flying out if you crash. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like,
The first one is sport really should be designed or designated to people who are athletic or fit or sporty. I think there should be a distinction between sports that are sports and sports that are not. For example, darts, pool, fishing, chess, all I think somebody somewhere has said they're sports. They're not, are they? They are.
See, I wouldn't class fishing as a sport. It's potluck, surely. If you took your bit of food off the end of your fishing rod into the sea and you...
Well, there's this fly fishing, isn't there? There's a bit of a skill in it, but...
actually doing it the way you...
You don't need any real physical strength for it. I used to play darts. I wouldn't call it sport.
Yeah.
It's...
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I want to banish, not the actual sports. I quite enjoy the sports, but... Or
it's the idea of calling them sports.
They're not. You wouldn't call tiddlywinks sports, would you? Would you?
No, I'd call it a game.
There's got to be a line, hasn't it? I think the line is if you have to train physically for something, then it's sport.
But then surely dance you do, though. Dance is very physical.
Yes, dance, yes.
And very time consuming and yeah.
But I wouldn't say
recreational activities. See, personally think that like if you would do it in general, so if you would go fishing just for fun or you would do dance just for fun, then it can't be a sport.
Well,
then people play football just for fun.
How people define sometimes sport is defined as that, I suppose. But should they define that type of occupational funship as a competitive skill tournaments or something? Because yes, they're very competitive and you do require skill for a lot of these things, but there is sport and there's sport, isn't there?
Yeah.
I couldn't go out and doesn't matter how hard I try, I could not play football. No way.
No.
However, if I couldn't play chess, I could be taught how to play chess and become quite good at it.
But then
I wouldn't need to do arm muscles to move the chest.
Yeah, and you wouldn't need to go and do weights and go in you
wouldn't need to go jogging or anything.
Freeze your muscles or whatever it is that they do or whatever. Yeah, I get that. Dance, I wouldn't say dance was a sport, but it is an athletic.
I would draw the line as it possibly, say figure skating is, I'd say.
Yeah, but then isn't that just dancing on ice then, essentially?
Yes, I'd say technically a sport. If it's competitive sport, definitely. But,
yeah, but is that because it's got the element of the ice in it? Without the element of the ice, it's then not a sport.
I don't know. Dancing is. I think dancing would be the borderline. It would be on the cusp, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you because, some
dancing, I think is incredibly physical.
Yeah.
If I try to dance, I'll collapse on the floor in 5 minutes. So.
I'm just writing sports that aren't sports. So
yes, the idea that they're called sports.
Yeah, so like fishing and darts. I mean, essentially, darts is just
times they are.
Arm movement. Is it? Wouldn't darts is more practice thing though, really? But then I suppose
it's borderline, isn't it? It's you do need a certain amount of physical fitness to get good at it because you have to do it a lot.
Yeah, but most darts players do not have physical fitness, do they? I mean, maybe more so now, but back when I was a kid, and
Maybe on Strictly they don't, but if you used to watch Come Dancing when I were a lad, when it was professional dancers.
oh, you mean the dancing? I was talking about dance. Yeah, dancing requires a lot of physical effort.
Dance
But
doesn't.
dance is what I mean. It seems like the physique for that is sort of drinking beer, isn't it? And
yes. As long as you can lift your hand and go like that, which is the same as lifting a point, I suppose.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.